Disclaimer. The information and education material contained herein is meant to promote the general understanding and dialogue of GAN's processing. Such information is not meant or intended to serve as a substitute for a healthcare professional's clinical training, experience, or judgment. For patients and individuals, such information is not to be a substitute for professional medical, therapeutic, or healthcare advice or counseling. For medical issues or concerns, including decisions about medications and other treatments, readers, viewers, listeners should always consult their physician or, in serious cases, seek immediate assistance from emergency personnel. Prescription information, procedures, and use of medical devices information should be undertaken only by properly trained and certified medical personnel. We specifically disclaim any warranties, express or implied, including implied warranties of merchantability or fitness for a particular purpose. Such information is provided, as is, and is believed to be accurate at the time of its publishing, but it is the viewer's job to evaluate the accuracy of any information found in this presentation. Every case presented is of their own experience, applied by themselves for themselves, and it applies to their case only. Every person experiencing health problems should seek professional medical advice and consult their course of treatment with a doctor. The processes of plasma balancing described herein are a natural process which supports the body but does not replace medical advice or therapies one is already subject to.
No, we haven't picked a winner. We both know this one's gonna win. Well, we do.
There is a huge burden on you who became satellites. Try to understand that with what happened in Linz this week and with the first test, we have set a precedence for the whole change of the structure. Your child cries, he doesn't talk, you reach his soul, you understand where the pain is. You have a mentally handicapped child. You want to know how you can bring the change. You reach the soul. Does the physicality matter? Those of you who are beautiful people will come to understand, to see all the members of the family within the one physical structure. We shall see from what we saw this week, end of what I call, or the beginning to an end of the knowledge of what we build and nourished as prisons. We see an end to addiction. We see an end to criminality, and we see an end to kingship. We see the beginning of how we transmute people's soul, elevate them, nourish them, and like a dream you had, return back to them. What we saw this week in Linz, without a doubt, will bring massive changes to many of us. And as a head of Keshe Foundation and responsible for setting up the One Race Planet, as I have agreed before I arrive here, will endeavor to bring that as fast as possible to be applicable. That it brings a positive change. The world is going through a position of mayhem, not knowing uncertainty, and this uncertainty is creating more problems in the coming months and years, and we are here to use it to change the course for peace. We are not standing for elections. We are not standing to interfere with powers. We elevate the soul of the man in a very massive way. Now there are physical systems, and it can be shown, and it will be developed for all levels of understanding. This process of transmutation of the soul and transmutation of soul of physicality, which is confirmed this week, will bring us many, many changes. Will bring us amazing amount of changes. I hope, as human race, as knowledge seekers, you understand what you have entered into and what you have brought to be, and what is about to come, and how much change it will come and bring for all of us.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the 87th public meeting for testimonials here on Monday, February 12th, 2024. This is a broadcast of the Keshe Foundation Spaceship Institute Education Department and part of the public teachings in English. My name's Rick Crammond, and I'll be host today, and we have Mark as a co-host. Thank you, Mark, for being here. And this is the monthly meeting for testimonials of the Keshe plasma technology. And we welcome people from around the world to this public meeting, and where they can express their experiences with the plasma technology. And we have a few things lined up here. We have Gianni coming in probably around half an hour from now, and he'll have a presentation in Spanish with English translation, and we'll see what he's up to in his latest pursuits of the plasma technology. And we have a couple of other things to show as well. So I usually start the show off by asking if anyone has something they would like to bring forward here at the beginning of our show to kind of get the ball rolling here. Does anyone have a personal testimonial they would like to share at this point.
Hello, here's Andreas from Austria. We would have 3 testimonials from the German-speaking community, at least. Petra is here, or Anton is here, and maybe they want to start with it.
Oh, would you like me to start, Andreas? This is
Please,
Petra
Petra.
speaking. Yeah, okay, well, so hello everybody and good evening to all of you. Well, I don't really know what to say. It's my first time being present here. So what I would just like to add, Andreas asked me and also Carsten to just talk a little bit about what I translated. I did the translation of the Australian Gardeners Workshop. Well, it was the first one I did, 2 hours long, and I'm now preparing the second one, and it's just talking about how to use the ganses in the garden. So, and I was excited to get to know about it and start with translations. And well, I believe it's quite successful already because I saw how many people are already watching it. So, well, thank you for appreciating my work. And well, this is honestly everything I can say about it. So, I don't know.
You're doing a translation to German, is that the idea?
Yes. Yeah.
I
Yes,
see.
Rick. And you were the one hosting it. I don't know if you remember, but it was quite exciting, I must say, to start with it. And I was asked by Carsten here, who's also present, I've just seen, and I thought, all right, well, let's start. It took me quite a while to really translate it, understand everything that was going on, and you were trying to explain, all of you, and well, it got me I found it very intriguing, I must say, very fascinating.
So you learned a lot through this process, not only about translating, but about the actual knowledge of the plasma technology, yeah?
Well, I had already gotten into contact with the plasma technology because of Carsten, so he lives quite close by, and we prepared the ganses, and that's why I thought, all right, maybe this would be fascinating. It was just like by chance, by coincidence that I got across this. And well, as you know, there is no coincidence, but for me it was at that time something that I really thought, oh my God, this is something, and I like gardening, and so I started with it, and yeah, well, sometimes things just happen. So I don't know how I really got into it. And as I said, I started using the ganses. I started with putting in the seeds. I did the things with the tubes around my trees, and I don't really see the success very much, I must say, but the plants grew very fast. Unfortunately, it was either it was too wet or it was too dry, so they didn't really come out well. But yeah, probably this year I'll try again. But as I said, now I'm trying to translate the second video, but honestly, I have other things to do as well, so it may take me a month again, I believe. But hopefully, well, a lot of viewers will have the chance and enjoy viewing it.
Right on. Thank you for your work. That's a great service to do. Transcribing and translating are both very valuable services to do.
Yeah, well, yeah. It's what I learned to appreciate. So, I mean, I've never done anything like that. Also, the video work was new to me, and also getting acquainted with the program. It was totally new work for me. But yeah, well, you learn a lot that way.
Yep.
It's the only way to learn, really. Yeah.
Yep. Put yourself in the position, and sure enough, you learn.
Yeah. And then you appreciate more what others are doing, when they do these kind of things.
Yeah. Well, that's nice. I'm sure lots of people will get that valuable information in German. So,
yeah, hopefully. And now, spring is about to start. I believe it's the right time.
Yeah,
now to really
good
have
timing
a look
as
into
well,
it.
for sure.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So I don't know if there are any questions. I'm really happy to answer, but I believe don't know.
And if we could, I know there's somebody doing translation. If we could just speak a little bit slower, and I make this mistake all the time. I totally forget that there's people translating in the background. It's as Andreas has told us, it's much easier for the translators to translate into their language community if we're not speaking so fast.
I
No
should
problem.
know that now, yes, but sometimes I just get lost, so thank you.
Me too.
So
I
much
get
happy.
excited and a little carried away sometimes.
Yeah, well, yeah. But thank you for the comment.
Well, thank you for that reminder, Mark. That's a good good thing through the whole workshop here. We'll try to slow it down a little for our translators.
You can be the governor, quote unquote.
Okay, do we have another testimonial from the German sector?
Anton, bist du bereit?
Ja, danke, ich bin bereit.
Du sprichst in Englisch, oder?
Englisch, ja, ja.
Super, okay, danke.
I was in the transportation preparation session on January 19th. And I will tell to all knowledge seekers, Universal Council and Mr. Keshe and Mitra's daughter. At around 10:30, just after the loud cry of a baby, I had the first time going through my soul with a transmutation. Around the earth, only for seconds, I saw pictures of New York, Toronto, Kuala Lumpur, Hawaii, and all places where I was, excluding Kuala Lumpur, where I saw something with a sparkling light. A little later, I was in space, and I felt tears in my eyes. It was wonderful. I wasn't on the planet, but it felt that I was on other places. While these journeys, I had no contact with people or but in the morning after the awakening, I felt differing feelings on my, corp was a little different. But the other days I felt as I was during a very short time, shining in white colors. White and a bright white, but not the extremely bright white golden colors I saw in the dream after the flight of June 8th or 10th, the year 2022. I thank Mr. Keshe and his team and all participants for the wonderful times. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Very
Danke,
interesting.
Anton.
Yeah.
Hello, here's Andreas. We all go through very interesting times, especially also in the German-speaking community. We had the exhibition center in Austria, and a lot of us got a chance to go through the transmutation sessions in Linz. But also we are like a lot of others in the monthly sessions, or a few of us had been in London or Manchester. I for myself was not in London or Manchester, but 3 times in Linz, or at 10, something like that, sessions with the headphones. And I follow the teachings of Mr. Keshe every week, and yeah, my whole life every day is to work and learn and to understand the knowledge of Mr. Keshe. The life changed very much, especially the last weeks and month and the last 1.5 years. And for me, it's what I observed now the last weeks, especially that I can understand much more that I feel when I'm in the soul level mode, or when the soul is expanded over the body. And it gets more and more part of my daily life. For me, I love to be at soul connections, what we make, for example, in the German community, or in the One Nation, or in the Brazilian intention meeting, or every day at 9 in the evening. And at the beginning it was not like now. I had the soul connection, I felt it again and again, and it was a way back in physicality. And through all these soul connections, it got intenser during the session, but also the average or the overall connection got more and more and more over the time. And I have so many experiences all the time, and I think so much about it, and it's so much at once. What I realized is I do a lot of physical work and have different challenges where I don't know how to do it. Is it right? Is it wrong? How we can do it, and so on. And sometimes I stress myself, and in the last weeks I just realized the best thing is that I go into the bed. I'm tired because of all these thoughts. I want just to sleep anymore because it's too much for me. But then I say, please, my soul, help me. I would like to have solutions. And I wake up, and suddenly I feel different. I have solutions. Like today, I woke up, a knowledge seeker wrote me a message, one sentence, and that was exactly the answer what I was searching for. And as long as we want to serve the totality, our soul helps us to bring the answers. And it's much about trusting the soul. And 2 weeks ago, I went also sleeping on the noon, and I don't fall into the total sleep like at night, but in such a half sleep. I drank also coffee before in the morning, and so I cannot fall totally into sleep. And yeah, I just asked my soul to. I had the transmutation in my head, on the questions, how do I work with my soul of physicality and with my soul? Something like that. And suddenly I was in the dream state, but I realized I'm absolutely here with my thoughts. It's not like in physicality, like in a dream, but in a dream where you control, where you have the control about your thoughts. And this I have more and more and more, and it's really, I love to sleep in half sleep. But I also realize that it gets part of the day, and I get to have used to it. And what happened on this day when I did that I suddenly could feel and see the energy field of my soul of physicality. In this case, it was the hand, the whole tilt to the shoulder. And I was just there and thought, wow, how great and beautiful is that? And I was so happy. I knew I'm in this state, in the dream state. And I was so happy that I have just the time to observe what is happening. And then I realized and I felt that there is also the environment, and all are just fields. I was able to see how they are moving and how the environment is interacting with the fields of my soul of physicality. And it was like that I'm part of the environment. At this time, I just enjoyed this state, this feeling. Afterwards, I think myself I can try to give emotions to the environment or to my soul of physicality, and then for sure something that's a way for me what I would do in the next time when I have this experience. But what happened was that I suddenly saw my hand in black, and it was not a human hand, not totally different, but it was black with green and blue points on it. And nobody can say to me that was not real. I felt that this is real. And on the next day, then we heard a workshop of Mr. Keshe, where he talked about the man of the moon and the inertia and the environment. Yeah, and I thought myself this was part of this teaching, but there's still a lot to learn more. For me, it was just a beautiful experience, what was really outstanding for me, and where I get a little bit, I could look a little bit more deeper into it, how that will be. And happening, as I said, when I have a wish and I see that others are happy with it, and I can do something with this wish for the totality, then, and I go into this direction, then things are happening. And it's always you receive everything what you need to give more. Yes, that was my testimonial. It's hard because so many things are at the same time. I hope I brought something where you can work with it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Andreas. Anybody have any questions for any of the previous folks?
I see Theo was with a hand up. I don't know if that's an inadvertent hand, which happens. Oh, he's opened his mic. Okay.
Hello, I'm Theo.
Hi.
Can I speak?
Yes, please.
I experience, I found a special design and I like to work it out in wooden pieces. And what I experience is I get more and more deeper insights from, yeah, it's not like I are doing things wrong, but learning from the mistakes from the what not working. And now I get more and more a final design about making the object more perfect.
And where are you from, Theo? Where are you
I
at?
am from the Netherlands.
Oh, okay. And this is excuse me, it's like an amulet that you created, or what
No,
is?
it's a very complicated design, and it was very complicated because I got it in black white, and I added the How do you get? Can I get a picture of it on the? Then you can see the design.
Yes. First, let's bring you in as a panelist, and then you can show your picture. You can share it. Okay, you're in as a panelist now. So, if you can open up the picture that you want to share, and then go to the Zoom panel that says share or new share.
I think it's a green button, right?
Should be a green button, I believe. But get your picture ready first and have that up as a window if you can. Are you on an iPhone or a lap or a?
This is the.
That's it. Yep.
Got it.
So it's very complicated.
It is. It almost looked like 2 dimensions, but as you stare at it, it moves into a 3-dimensional shape. Way.
So
Yeah.
when I saw the picture, it touched me, and I thought I like to make it as a real object. So that what is black now? It's our spaces, and the rest, the other things are like wooden pieces, which I have to make and construct.
Are you seeing the 3D effect, Rick?
Yes, definitely.
For me, it's still 2D, but I'm very yeah. Uh, I I don't find the words, but the picture it took me, and I wanted to realize it.
Is this what they call optical illusion?
No, it is no optical illusion. It is. It looks more like a mandala. You know a mandala?
Yes, in the Buddhist tradition.
Yes. If you look at it, it says uh, it are six pieces, six parts, who are all the same. So it is a repetition of.
Right. I think you know, like a fractile.
It's rather like a fractal, yeah. But for me, it's like a mandala.
So when you make this with your pieces of wood, will it end up with a three-dimensional shape or more flat, do you think?
For me, it will be flat, but somebody told me it should be to make it in 3D, but I don't see that. But I start with the 2D.
Mm-hmm. Well, that'll be an interesting project.
Yeah, lots of people say, "Oh, I don't see it. I don't start with it. It's too complicated."
There's a comment in the chat, Rick, from Santi.
Who says this drawing could be used in radionics. Would be nice to measure its energy. Okay. Okay, so do you hope to accomplish this over the next couple of weeks or few weeks or so?
I try to. And also, I'm busy with Merkaba. I don't know, are you know the Merkaba?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm also trying to construct it by a wood frame.
Okay. Well, perhaps in the next testimonials meeting, which will be next month. Let's see when next month. In March 11th will be the next testimonials meeting. And hopefully you'll have something that you can present again.
I started it already 2 times, but I did it in another way. And now I find a completely new way to make it. So I make before I make a frame, what I did it before. I make a frame, and then if I have the frame, then I can construct the final part.
You said you're in the Netherlands?
Yes, I'm from the Netherlands.
You know, there's a Dutch public language community that meets on a weekly basis there. I don't know if you're aware of that.
Yes,
Okay.
from Ilona and Timo. I also made with them the McGrath, and also I attended some courses after that to help people to construct McGrath. And now they are busy with spinning reactor. Hello.
Yep, we hear you.
I do like the star in the center there. That is quite unique too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't understand too much of the working, but I'm very interested in it to learn more about it.
So Mehran has asked in the chat, what is the use of it?
Yeah,
What what
I
you,
attended a meeting, and then they try to understand to explain what the meaning is from the spinning reactor, and that's what I need to more touch with it.
okay, well, thank you very much.
Rick, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, hi, I'm Dirk. I just had a flash some days ago about starting a world peace manager school worldwide in every town and every city. What do you guys think about this idea? Where all the cache technology and information is taught from kindergarten till end of university.
Sure, it's a great idea. How do you propose to get it accepted into the educational system?
Well, it's an alternative where parents can decide if they send their kids to an ordinary kindergarten like the usual ones today, or they send them to a World Peace Manager kindergarten.
Yeah, people have talked about that in the past.
But nobody got. Oh, sorry.
No, I was going to say parents might enjoy the calmness of their children as well, if that is a product or a byproduct of the interactions there. As we know,
Yeah.
children can be a little difficult to manage sometimes, but yes, you give them a great head start in a way.
Yeah, I think when they experience the fields, like in Linz, for instance, they will get peaceful, connected to the health unit, which was shown. They get peaceful, and then we just need to show them. For instance, let's start with the kids workshops translated into all different languages and show them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a big accomplishment, big project, yeah, to do that kind of thing. We've had that concept right from the beginning with the kids' knowledge seekers workshops from 10 years ago, basically.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
I think we just
perhaps,
lost that image.
Yeah.
I'll put up something else here.
Yeah, I mean, we, the ones who are with us from the beginning till now, they all live in different cities and towns. They can inform their neighbors or the neighborhood and just search for a place with some chairs, internet flat, and then they can show it to the kids.
Yeah, except the people have to be vetted, and you have to have a system in place that's agreeable to the Keshe Foundation if you're going to use the Keshe name. And
No. That's not the intention. The intention is a new name, completely. Just remind, we were all born as to bring the world forward, but only some had the problem to raise into different families, so they get the ones who suppress us. And when we don't call it I mean, for me, it's also okay to call it World Peace Manager Cash kindergarten, school, and high school. That would be also no problem for me. I mean, I just want to start a discussion so that we all can discuss it together to bring it into reality.
Well, you could start locally, I guess, and try to get one going, and then maybe it would catch fire from there.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Certainly a nice alternative to the type of video games and other
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
the addicted kids who just watch on their screen and don't realize their neighbors. I mean, I was the same in former times with C64, so I understand. I mean, in my kid times, there were no cell phones, but it was the same. And today it's really extreme. That's absolutely right.
Yeah, if you can get kids to actually do some hands-on work with, making ganses and nanomaterials and all that kind of thing.
Yeah,
that can motivate them.
Yeah, because they all want to. They are open. They are all open-minded, and when we just change the what's it called on the railway when you can go left or right. I don't know
track. The track.
Yeah, when you just change the track. So you change from the old school track to our track. It will be a real giant leap, in my opinion.
A giant leap for all children
for all
everywhere.
absolutely.
Instead of all mankind, a giant leap for child kind.
Yeah, a giant leap for mankind to put the videos on and never took a step on the moon. Yeah. I mean, we know it, but a lot of people, when you inform them, they get aggressive or they think you are a conspiracy?
Yes, right.
Theoretic.
And that'll be one of the issues with trying to have a curriculum that's acceptable to the half normal people.
Yeah. But I think when we start with kindergartens all over, or at every town, at first at every town where some knowledge seekers are located. That would be the first step, in my opinion.
Well, it makes sense. They would want a kindergarten that was dedicated toward, plasma technology, basically.
Yeah, well, or even if they just said to the person who just obtains the children, shows them the kids knowledge seeker workshop videos, and say, have a look. And if it's okay for you, just show it to the kids and see what happens. I mean, when I remember, I mean, it was one or two. I'm not quite sure. It was some years ago. I was here at nearby at school. I had some old ID cards with keshefoundation.org, and I said we went to the moon in June 2022, and yeah, all the kids were open-minded. But I just didn't check back how many of these kids stayed with the website and took all the info which is available from us. But I think when my movie will be finished, I'm, let's say, about 95% finished with the book, with the first book. And on Friday this week we meet to start with the script. Then I guess a lot of people will start visiting our website.
All right.
Yeah, any comments to this topic? I guess there's a whole new, there are a lot of possibilities for how we can do it the most efficient way to start this project.
Well, maybe it could tie in with the Vimeo, the new Vimeo channel, which is part of the Keshe Foundation KF TV, it's called.
Mm-hmm.
And perhaps there could be a children's channel, for example.
Yeah, cool idea.
And we could upload the kids' videos too.
Yeah, go for it. No problem. I mean, I myself are also right now in the mood to go for a lot of things to materialize them. It's very enjoyable.
Yeah, well, I think we need to get more people involved with the KF TV now that it's officially Vimeo, and we've got all our videos up on the channel now and so on. They're in the process of getting uploaded somewhere.
Yeah, so that they just that the heart gets on fire to say their brain, it's important to stay with us and not just listen to 1 or 2 workshops or read 1 or 2 pages and then, oh, I have to do my ordinary stuff and continue like I'm used to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we have a knowledge seeker in Romania, which will remain unnamed, but I think he has a child that would be quite a perfect teacher for this sort of interaction with other children. I think they would be impressed. And of course, it would be at the same level in a way, but that has to be worked out.
That's a great idea, Mark. That could be really good. Kids teaching kids. I mean, Gianni's daughter is already well educated and teaches the kids at school apparently about how she's able to tolerate the cold and do other magical things to them. You know, she can walk in her bare feet in the snow and doesn't mind that at all, and other such things that most of the kids probably don't accept on face value, let's say. So,
and much less threatening.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, much less threatening than having an adult in a way talking down, but not really, you know. But when you'd have another, you know, colleague of your same age and stature and the rest of it, I think the children would just be, wow, I definitely want to pick something like this up. And we've heard some of the stories. She even likes to teach the adults as well. So that's that could be potentially worked out.
Yeah. Okay, well, I wonder if Gianni is ready yet. He wanted to come in 45 minutes. You see, I don't see him here right now. Oh, yeah, there he is.
Hello, Rick.
Hello? Go ahead, Lisbeth.
Hello, thank you. I can invite now it's time for unification. I daily invite all around the worldwide and the universal community unify for the peace. Maybe take 3 minutes for unifying the souls now and elevated all souls and elevated solos of the leaders for the peace. They lead their own communities. It's okay for you? Only 3 minutes.
Sorry, what did you say, Elizabeth? Was how long was it?
3 minutes only.
Oh, okay.
Maybe you count?
Okay. Okay, we'll
When you
have.
say starting, and thank you so much.
Okay, we'll have 3 minutes of silence for everything that Elizabeth discussed there, and we'll start that now. Okay, that's the end of our 3 minutes of silence for world peace.
Rick, I just put something in your Telegram. You may want to show that because we are trying to increase the collective awareness of this process of working collectively with our energies. And it's just a very simple time at 21 p.m. CET to join together. I think Mernez had originally suggested this. The UC has picked it up, and it's become a pattern in a way.
Do you want to go ahead and read it, Mark?
Sure. This is an invitation from the Universal Council. It's an invitation. The Universal Council invites the Keshe family and the Universal Council family in unifying at the soul level every day at 21 p.m. CET for the elevation of all souls and the protection of the physicality in the universe. If we look at the video formation of the Universal Council, we hear it said there, if it's your wish to see peace, path of peace is made very clearly. It's the soul of the collective awareness. By giving, will create a position of change, no other thing. So this is how we are actually using our energies collectively. As we know, we're much stronger together in a way. Everyone has different field strengths, and the beauty of this process, it's not a day job, but the beauty of the process is that no one fails this test. So we're just starting to learn to understand. Universal Council is just learning too how to use their energies to create a condition that then we see the result manifest in the matter state. So I want to thank Mernez. Initially, I remember her bringing this up, and I just want to thank everybody. So it's a very simple process. You can be holding your lover, you can be driving your car, you can be multitasking or whatever, but at that point in time, just ask your soul to remind you and join together. And of course, it doesn't just have to be at that time. You can do it all the time. And this is how we're learning to change the situation, not by physicality, not by protesting, not by contacting presidents or politicians in the matter state, but working through the energies, our energies, or the energies of your center, which again is quite a foreign endeavor for most. We all think we have to roll up our sleeves and get our hands dirty to make change happen, but we know that's not the way it's done. It can be done that way, but it's much easier working through the plasma or through the energies. It doesn't take a lot of work. It's very easy. So you can stay there for a minute, 5 minutes, 1 nanosecond, whatever you like, but you can contribute to this process if it's your wish to see peace. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Mark. Thank you so much. It's give freely your soul for the any soul needed, very unify you because we are the soul of the peace. Thank you, thank you.
Theo, did you want to say something else? Your microphone's open, so I was wondering if...
Yeah, I have evaporator, and I put water in it every day for making the peace dome.
The dome.
Every day for hours. It's by this evaporator. The intention is to establish the peace zone.
So would that be like a humidifier, or would that be more like a vaporizer?
Yeah, it is a It is a device, you put water in it, and then you can put oil with it, and then it evaporates in your room for hours.
Mm-hmm.
And then the intention is that I for manifesting the peace zone in my house and my surrounding. So it's working all for hours every day.
Nice.
And I think if more people do this together with all the other things, because how many people do have such an evaporator with oil and to put this intention to it?
What formula do you put in as your plasma water or GANS water?
Yeah, I put my GANS. I'm making GANS water every day. The CO2 GANS water, which I put in my evaporator. So it's not just water, but it's the GANS water.
Mm-hmm.
And Rick, do you think it would work just as well if you just added your intentions into plain water? Could that be possible?
I have the GANS water, so it's better for me to put it with the GANS water. But if you don't have the GANS water, then you can do it with plain water.
I agree with that.
So how more people this do, it's another, yeah, it's also a little thing to add to it. Also, I have the McGrath, and also I put this intention to this McGrath. So I have two objects which are making the P zone.
That's what it's going to take, the collective awareness. And when we reach a tipping point, we will see things develop. There's a timing factor, but again, it's the collective awareness by giving. Thank you.
Yes, the tipping point. Interesting point, so to speak. Okay, I'm wondering if it's time for Gianni to bring his presentation forward.
I'm ready. Hello, everyone.
Okay, I think that would be appropriate. If you're, are you done, Theo, with what you'd like to say?
Yeah, I am done. I have made my point.
Okay,
Thank
well,
you.
we look forward to more of your contributions in the next testimonials meeting, hopefully.
Okay. I do what I can. And yeah, if I may tell some experience from like when I had a McGrath, I lost two. I did always. I I helped my neighbor, but then after I had the begraft, then she found I made some mistakes, and then she wouldn't have any contact with me. In another case, a friend of me, it's more than 50 years, it was a friend of me, he also had a McGrath, and also this contact is lost. But I think it's because it's some clearance of the McGrath, so all the contacts which are not working for me are yeah, disappearing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Certainly
It
when...
seems wrong.
Pardon me?
It seems that it be wrong events from losing people, but I think it is more a clearance procedure.
Mm-hmm. That's probably a good way to look at it. I know that a lot of people, when they encounter the Keshe teachings and the plasma technology for the first time, they go through some pretty strong experiences emotionally, and it can be a shock just to couples, for example. If one of the couple takes a liking to the plasma teachings and the other one doesn't, then that can be a source of friction and turmoil as well. So I think we have to learn that sometimes when we travel that track, that pathway on the soul level, it can be disturbing to some others, and in a way, so be it, because we have to travel our own path, and it's nice to consider others, but at the same time we have to consider ourselves, as our own spiritual path is what is important to us individually. And to tolerate the manifestations of others is the definition of love, actually. So if you can tolerate what others put out and still do your thing, so much the better. But sometimes people and ideas can fall by the wayside, and maybe they get picked up again later. Okay, thank you, Theo.
Thank you.
And again, this invitation is just on the energy level. There's no Zoom room meeting. There's no Telegram meeting. It's just the collection of souls meeting and working together for a nanosecond, for a minute, for 5 minutes, as long as you'd like. And as I said, you can be multitasking simultaneously. So don't think you have to have an isolated place or be very quiet. That's what Mr. Keshe said during some of these monthly sessions. He said you could be taking a bath, you could be rock climbing, you could be driving the car, and so on. We're not using the physicality in this process. We're just using the energies of your center. Okay, that was all.
Okay, thanks, Mark. All right, Gianni, I think it's your turn now.
Okay, thank you. Hello, everyone. Hola a todos. Y Santi, por favor, ¿me puedes ayudar?
¿Cómo no? ¿Cómo estás? Hello, everyone. I'm going to try to help Gianni in the translations.
Gracias, Santi. Necesito compartir la pantalla.
Gianni needs to share the screen, please.
Ok. Un momento.
I'll stop sharing, that might make it easier.
Ya estamos. Ok.
Yes, we see your picture now. Yep.
It's okay, yes?
Yes, very good.
Ok. Soy Gianni, de Rumanía. Y soy uno de los coordinadores de un equipo de almas magníficas.
Soy Gianni. I'm Gianni from Romania. I'm one of a team of brilliant souls here.
Folosim tehnologia plasmatică de 6 ani. Estamos utilizando la tecnología del plasma de 6 años y por los resultados que hemos obtenido, hemos decidido compartir con todo el mundo como el señor Keshe me ha regalado la tecnología, igual lo hacemos nosotros.
We are using plasma science since about 6 years ago, and we are sharing the technology the same as Mr. Keshe taught us.
Y hoy vamos a hablar de cómo utilizamos los 4 ganses de base y otros más para aplicaciones en todos los aspectos de la vida.
We're going to share the utilization of the 4 basic guns and some other guns, the way we are using them in our lives, daily life.
Hemos empezado con estas 4 y después hemos aprendido a posicionarlos y hacer otros tipos de ganses. Por ejemplo, aquí tenemos el CO2 que utilizamos ahora mismo en una finca.
We have learned how to position them and use them. And here we see all sorts of gases, mainly CO2, and how we use them in our houses.
Y también otros tipos de gases con varios tipos de sales.
And all sorts of gas with different type of salts.
Y lo utilizamos para construir domos plasmáticos para vivienda, para animalitos, para casas.
And then we use them to build some domes for houses or for plants or animals. These plasmatic domes, which you see in the picture.
Yes. Y aquí es un proyecto que estamos trabajando en él ahora mismo.
This is a project we are just working on it right now.
Y creo que en los próximos testimoniales vamos a compartirlo con todos los detalles porque va a ser terminado.
And next testimonials, we are going to share all the details as soon as this dome is finished.
Aquí hemos salido ahora del invierno, pero comparto esa foto porque son muy hermosas.
I share this picture because we have been out of winter now, but this picture is very beautiful. ¿Podés, Gianni, decirles un poquito la parte de la temperatura afuera y la temperatura adentro y cómo la manejas, digamos, cómo la implementaste? So I asked Gianni how he implemented this technology to have snow outside, minus 20 degrees around, and 20 degrees inside Celsius. ¿Puede?
Pues eso lo hacemos utilizando varios dispositivos de plasma hechos con los 4 ganses de base.
We have some dispositives built with the 4 basic guns inside.
Yes, pero empezando con la construcción, con la madera que trabajamos, ya está nano cubierta y plasmatizada.
But first, this wood frames of the triangles you see, it's wood that it has been has a process of nano layers which is the first part of the construction of this dome. It's plasmatized.
Y también utilizamos varias capas de rociando plasma de varias intensidades para obtener un movimiento dinámico de los campos.
And we applied some GANs, many types of GANs to have a dynamic fields interaction.
Y como sabemos que la tecnología del plasma es de verdad la tecnología del alma, la temperatura se está controlando directamente con el alma.
Okay. As you know, our intention and our soul is part of this. Is inside the plasma science, so we can control the temperature with our souls inside.
Por eso he dicho que cuando va a ser terminado vamos con todos los detalles de construcción y de utilización del plasma.
So as I said, Gianni said, we are going to explain every detail when it's finished the construction.
Hoy Catalina ha comprado dos termómetros para poner uno dentro, uno fuera, para que se vea la temperatura.
So we are going to buy some temperature dispositives to control the temperature outside and see how the temperature inside is different. Yeah.
Ok. Pues como casi hemos salido del invierno, hemos empezado a trabajar otra vez con las abejas, aplicando el plasma.
Now that winter is going, we have started to work with the bees here, with the plasma as well.
En las cajas de las colmenas hemos puesto ganses, los 4 de base, como podemos verlo aquí.
In the boxes of the bees, we have put ganses, as we see in the picture. Ahí como, ¿dónde pusiste los ganses?
Mira, CO2, ZNO arriba, óxido de cobre en el medio y el CH.
Okay. You see those tubes there? We have put CO2. ¿Qué más pusiste? CO2 y qué?
CO2, ZNO, óxido de cobre, CH3.
Okay, we have put in every tube the basic guns, one each. Okay. Perfecto.
Aquí las abejas que empiezan a hacer huevos porque empezó el calor.
The bees are putting eggs here because the temperature is rising now.
Y aquí hemos hecho una mezcla con aquaplasma, miel y plantas para las abejas y le encantan.
We have put a mixture of water, GANs water, with honey, miel y qué más?
Y plantas.
Honey and plants, and they love them.
Y por ejemplo, aquí la mezcla de miel está hecho 70% miel, 30% aquaplasma, CO2, ZNO y un poquito de esencia de plantas.
Okay. Here the mixture is 70% of honey, 30% of liquid plasma of CO2 and zinc, and a drops of essence of plants. Ese 30% de CO2 y zinc, ¿qué porcentaje tiene cada uno? ¿Tienes el dato?
70
Okay.
CO2, 30 zinc.
The 30% of liquid plasma is 70% of CO2, and 30% of zinc, ZNO.
Sí, lo mismo como aquí, pero aquí también hemos utilizado los 4 sales para obtener el gas de CO2 y con eso hemos hecho aquaplasma para las abejas, una de ellas.
We have put several salts, different salts here to make a liquid plasma for the bees.
Con esa estamos trabajando ahora, preparando otros recipientes, 12 recipientes para ponerle encima de las casitas.
We are preparing some recipients to put on the top of the little houses of the bees.
Y el trabajo es muy sencillo porque vamos a poner varios tipos de plasma y las abejas me van a decir que le gustan y con eso vamos a continuar.
So we are going to cook with these results. ¿Vas a cocinar con la miel?
Continuar. En
No
el
te
sentido que las abejas lo que toman y le gustan más, con eso vamos a llenar todos los recipientes para ellas.
Okay. We are going to test what the bees likes more. So we are going to put that for the bees to feed the bees.
Por ejemplo, vamos a poner varios recipientes con CO2, otros con ZNO, otros con CH3, mezclas. ¿Y qué eligen las abejas? Eso vamos a regalarle en adelante.
Okay, the experiment we are going to do is to put CO2 in some pots, ZNO in other ones, and CH3 with mix. So we are going to detect what the bees likes more. And then we are going to bring them to the workshop for us.
Sí, y es el tercer año de cuando estamos trabajando con las abejas en varias zonas de Rumanía y República Moldavia.
So this is the third year we are working with the bees here in Romania. And ¿dónde era el otro lugar?
La República Moldavia.
Moldavia, okay, Moldavia.
Sí, y hemos visto que siempre hay que actuar en la función del medio de la zona y nunca es igual.
¿Tú trabajas en el medio de la zona de las casitas?
No, Santi. Por ejemplo, aquí en esta zona estamos aplicando el plasma, pero diferente de como lo hemos hecho en Moldavia porque hay otro medio.
Es otro medio.
Sí.
Okay, we
No,
are working differently in Romania than in Moldavia because we have there are different situations.
y por ejemplo, aquí a las abejas les gusta más la mezcla de CO2 y ZNO. En la República Moldavia le gustaba más CO2 CH3.
Okay, in Moldavia they have experienced that the bees like more CH3 mixed with CO2. But here in Romania, they like more CO2 with ZNO, zinc.
En cada sitio las abejas eligen ellas lo que necesitan.
Okay, in each place, the bees select what they need best. O sea, tú has hecho el
Nosotros
experimento de
solo
ponerle...
estamos...
Sí. Tú has hecho el experimento en Moldavia de ponerle varias cosas y ellos eligieron CO2 y CH3.
Sí.
Okay. In Moldavia, they have the experience that they choose CH3 with CO2. They have put several mixtures, and they they saw that the bees select best what Gianni has told us, CH3 with CO2. A ver.
Por ejemplo, aquí
Ujú.
en el día siguiente vamos a poner 12 recipientes con plasma, con varios tipos de plasma, CO2, ZNO, óxido
Okay.
de cobre, CH3. Y en
We are
la
going to,
función de cómo van a tomar las abejas, adelante.
okay. Here we are going to do the experience to put the four basic guns in mixtures, and we are going to detect what they like most.
Y vamos a ver qué le gusta más y eso vamos a continuar para ponerle en adelante.
Okay. When we detect what they like more, we are going to continue to produce and settle in boxes what they like most. Only that.
Ok. Es el modo como trabajamos nosotros. Y ahora otro experimento que hacemos aquí son con las gallinas y los conejos. Aquí hemos preparado aquaplasma que hemos puesto en ese recipiente y
Yes.
de aquí tomamos de la mitad arriba y para preparar la comida y alimentar, para dar de beber agua plasma a las gallinas, por ejemplo.
Okay. This is the way we work, as Gianni explained at the first. Here we have another experience, which they have put liquid plasma for chickens and rabbits. And we're going
Y aquí lo utilizamos de esa manera porque no tenemos pozo de agua.
oh,
Utilizamos agua del grifo.
¿esa agua del grifo de dónde viene? ¿Del
De la
gobierno?
red, de
La red.
red
¿Es potable?
sí.
Okay, okay. We don't have a well here of water because we have from the production of water of the government, and we make the liquid plasma with that water.
También tenemos varios recipientes. Aquí es uno de 60 litros. Donde vamos a ver cómo hemos puesto CO2 70%, 30% ZNO.
Here we have a recipient of 60 liters, and we have placed 70% CO2 and 30% ZNO.
Con eso vamos a preparar la comida y hemos visto que le encanta aquaplasma en esa relación, en ese reporte.
Okay. With this, we prepare the food, and we saw that with this proportion, they like best the liquid plasma. ¿Ahí qué le haces ahí?
Sí. Aquí eso es, como he dicho, el gas de CO2 y ZNO, 70 y 30%.
Lo pones en el agua y después que esperas que
Y
decante.
sí, y después tomamos solo de la mitad arriba. Nunca
Okay.
bajamos.
Perfect. We put the ganses as Gianni showed here in the jar, white jar. He put 70% of CO2 and 30% of ZNO gas. And we wait. ¿Cuánto esperas? ¿Mediodía? ¿O un día? Gianni.
Por lo menos 3 horas.
Okay.
Por lo menos 3 horas.
Sí. We wait more than 3 hours, not less. And then we take the water of half of the jar. We take 30 liters, around 30 liters of liquid plasma.
Normalmente lo hacemos de un día por otra. Por ejemplo, lo hemos preparado hoy, mañana vamos a utilizarlo.
Normally, we wait 24 hours. We take the production the next year, the next day.
Donde hay pozos de agua, metemos el plasma directamente en el pozo.
¿Así?
¿Sí?
If we have a well, we send the guns directly to the well.
También utilizamos tanques de 1000 litros y
Mhm.
eso es en la función de qué hay en la zona.
Perfecto. We also use water tanks of about 1,000 liters, and that is due to what we have in the area in each zone. Okay.
Aquí comida, como hemos dicho, va a ser preparada con aquaplasma. Es una mezcla de semillas, maíz, trigo, otras semillas de girasol, semillas en general, que antes de darle de comer, le estamos añadiendo aquaplasma. Por ejemplo,
Para.
ah,
Dame un segundo. Here we are showing the preparation of the food, which we have seeds of wheat, corn, sunflower, or others, and we prepare them with the liquid plasma. Okay, gracias.
y por ejemplo, para 5 kilos de mezcla de semillas, utilizamos 1 litro de aquaplasma.
Okay, for 5 kilos of seeds, we put 1 liter of liquid plasma. El plasma es el mismo, ¿no? El CO2 y zinc.
Sí,
Sí.
sí.
The same plasma, 70% CO2 and zinc.
También hemos hecho mezclas con CO2 con los 4 sales, magnesio, potasio, calcio y sodio.
Se te cortó. ¿4 sales de qué?
Estamos
Magnesio y potasio te
utilizando
entendí. Sí.
calcio y sodio.
Perdón, Gianni.
Natrio.
Se te entrecorta, Gianni. No sé si el resto te escucha, pero yo no. Te entendí magnesio, potasio, calcio y qué.
Ok, ahora me escuchas, ¿me escuchas? Y natrium.
Ah, y sodio. Oh, ok, bien. Ahora volviste. We put as well salts of magnesium, potassium, calcium, and sodium. ¿En qué proporciones? ¿O esa sal la agregás en más o menos?
Eso, no, Santi, hacemos reactores de CO2
Ah,
cada uno. Y esa
ok,
es una mezcla de 20% de cada uno,
ok, ok.
25%.
We make reactors with this type of salts, magnesium, potassium, calcium and sodium, separadas todas, ¿no? Una cada una o todas juntas.
Separadas,
Okay.
separadas.
Separated one salt from the other, and we do a reactor with each salt. ¿Y luego qué haces con eso? ¿Le agregás a qué?
Hacemos, sacamos 25 de cada uno, 25%, y hacemos una mezcla de CO2 con los 4 sales.
Ah, ok. Ese 70% que le agregás en el litro es de estas mezclas.
¿Sí?
Ok.
Lo que hemos visto aquí, un momento.
O sea, tú haces 70% del CO2, ese 70% lo que haces es 20% de sal de magnesio, de potasio, calcio y sodio y
No,
CO2 puro.
mira,
Ok.
mira la imagen.
Oh.
Aquí tenemos una formación de estrellas que
Ah, mira qué
está
bueno.
hecha con varias sales. Magnesio, natrium, potasio, pero aquí en vez de utilizar agua del mar, hemos puesto sal del calcio, cloruro de calcio.
Cloruro de calcio. Okay.
Sí.
This complex of reactors in a star formation, sort of, we put different type of salts in reactors of typical CO2. We have the elements of nano-coated copper and zinc, pure zinc in each one of them. We connect them like the picture is showing, and then we put water with salts of magnesium, sodium, potassium, and in the middle, instead of seawater, he put calcium, okay? And then we have GANs, different type of GANs, which we produce the liquid plasma in a second section, and we mix them to produce the feeds to the chickens and rabbits. ¿Está bien?
Sí, lo utilizamos también nosotros para
we
preparar la
use,
comida,
we
para
use
todo.
para todo. We use it for everyone here in the farm. Muy bueno eso.
Aquí en la izquierda tenemos comida preparada con semillas que han llegado de la finca donde se trabaja solo con plasma.
Okay, we have the seeds here that they arrive to the farm where we work with the plasma.
Es un tipo de comida que está hecho en la prensa y se venden en los mercados y le encantan a las gallinas y a los conejos.
Dame un segundo. So this type of food is made with a press machine in the markets, and they like it very much. Eso se compone de varias cosas, eso me imagino, ¿no?
Semillas como la otra, pero está hecho en la prensa.
En la press. They are the same seeds, but made in a press machine. Compress machine.
Sí.
Muy bien.
También hemos puesto CO2-ZNO en los cubos de donde toman las gallinas agua.
We have put some tubes of CO2 and zinc in the cubes from where the chickens take the water.
Aquí en esa larga es la comida, aquí es el agua.
We show here where the food is settled and the water. ¿Qué has visto? ¿Has visto un crecimiento mayor en qué cualidades has visto? ¿Ah?
En todo.
¿Son más grandes en los huevos? ¿Qué has detectado tú? What have
Vamos
you
a ver en adelante.
detected with the use of this plasma system? Si es que lo has hecho.
Lo vamos a ver en adelante, Santi. Aquí son varias especies de gallinas. Como hemos visto, hay más tipos de gallinas. Rojas, negras, blancas.
We have different species of chickens here. Red ones, white ones. Okay.
Aquí son los gallos. Encima de nuestra habitación tenemos 13 gallos. Me cantan todas las mañanas.
13 roosters se llama, ¿no? That they sing every morning.
Le encantan la comida con plasma.
They like very much the food with plasma.
Y aquí la sorpresa y que has preguntado, San.
Bien,
Los
bien,
huevos.
Here is the comparison of the results. We have some eggs. Contalo tú.
Y los tamaños son diferentes de lo que conocemos como huevos normales.
Normales, claro. The dimensions of the eggs from chickens that have been with the system of plasma are bigger than normal eggs. Here, Gianni shows the comparison.
Y tenemos que hacer cajas más grandes porque eso no vale para estos tipos de huevos.
The problem here is the box. We have to change the box for this difference of dimensions.
La sorpresa fue el huevo con 3 yemas.
Oh, the surprise was, espera un poquito.
Eso es un huevo, Santi.
Sí. The surprise was an egg with 3 yolks. Tenías de a 2 también, ¿no?
Sí, lo vamos a ver en adelante.
Okay. We had some with 2 yolks and one with 3 yolks.
Y también han aparecido huevos de ese tipo, que son muy raros.
There have appeared this type of eggs that are very rare. ¿Por qué son raros?
Porque míralos, hay 2 colores.
Because
3 colores.
they have 3 colors.
Parece como que Emma quiere salir afuera.
Okay. It appears that the yolk wants to get out of the egg. Eso es sin cáscara, ¿no?
No, es con cáscara.
That's with the, ¿cómo se dice cáscara? ¿Sabes?
No.
No. With shell. That's
Okay.
with the shell with 3 type of colors. A ver.
Y míralo aquí con las 2 yemas.
This is a testimonial with 2 yolks.
Y qué grandes son.
And they are very big. Qué increíble, che. Qué explicación biológica de
Mira
la...
mira los normales. Mira los normales. En el
Yeah.
reporte con los...
Excelente. Excellent. This is the comparison with the normal eggs. You see there 2 yolks of 1 egg, the big ones, and 2 yolks of 2 eggs, normals, more smaller, ¿no? Muy bueno
Yes.
eso. Muy bueno. ¿Sabés lo que tendrías que hacer, me parece a mí? Hacer
¿Qué?
hacer un estudio físico-químico de laboratorio, a ver qué nutrientes, cantidad de proteínas, no sé, lo que tengan, compararlos, ¿no? Eso sería ya un costo. I said to Gianni that he should send them to the laboratory to test them and see what type of nutrition they have. That's more on another step we can do most advanced, I think.
Oh, you could send them to magicians for their magic acts too. I think it's.
Of course.
Okay.
Nobody
ahora,
can believe.
Yeah, I had to see it a couple of times just to be sure.
Here we present an egg with 3 yolks.
Aquí es el Catalín. Es Catalín el dueño de esa finca.
Es Caterín.
Catalín.
The owner of the farm. ¿Qué está haciendo? ¿Nano covering?
Plasmatizando el sitio de afuera para las gallinas.
Is we call it plasmatizing the space for the chickens with liquid plasma. ¿Qué está rociando, no?
Sí, lo primero hemos hecho con nanoplantas todo. nanoplantas.
He's spraying with the nano plants. And
Y ahora Catalina está rociando con CO2 y no.
now he's spraying with CO2 and ZNO.
That looks like a battery-operated sprayer, is that right? And you just put the hose in the bucket. Oh, very nice. Great idea.
Es
Wow, look at that thing go.
Rociadora automática, ¿no, Johnny?
Sí.
Automatized.
Es una rociadora muy barata y muy eficaz para ese tipo de trabajo.
It's very cheap and very nice for this type of work. Now,
te preparas la mezcla en un cubo, o si hay un cubo que puedes ponerlo en la espalda de 10 litros, lo vas a meter ahí y no hay ningún problema.
You can do it with a bucket on your back with 10 liters. Now we are seeing the substitute Gianni working. Dale, seguimos.
Y aquí tenemos que dar las gracias a Catalín, porque con él estamos trabajando es el tercer año, y con abejas, con cerdos, gallinas y otros tipos de animalitos, y él comparte con toda la comunidad. En ese sitio llegan muchos niños para ver cómo crecen los animalitos y qué bien se sienten.
Qué bueno, qué bueno. We have to thank the owner because he allows us to do this testimonial with the application of plasma science, with the spraying of liquid plasma and the use of the plasma technology, as we have seen here. And also the testimonial, we bring children that they have to experience in the site what we are making and the results we are having with this plasma science. Little people, ¿no? Que esta gente, estos chicos, ¿cuántos son más o menos?
De los pequeños hasta los grandes. No hay límites.
Yeah, from little ones to bigger ones. There's no limit.
Por ejemplo, en la semana pasada fueron de chicos del colegio.
Okay. The last week, children from school were visiting the farm, the site, and this owner shares with the community his experience.
Han abierto las colmenas para que los niños puedan ver cómo van las abejas, cómo se ponen y hacen sus cosas.
Yeah, they have opened the hives so the children could see the bees, how they dispose everything inside. And in this place, they experience with chickens, with pigs, with rabbits, with bees.
Okay. Y le encanta.
And they like it very much.
Sí.
They are happy.
Sí. Aquí la instalación para los conejos.
Here the installation
de plasma.
For rabbits plasma. With liquid plasma.
Lo mismo, CO2-ZNO, pero también dentro tiene los tubos de ensayo con CO2-ZNO.
Okay, here with the liquid plasma of CO2 and ZNO, and inside this jar, there are the tubes of gas.
Claro, la habitación donde están. Hemos rociado antes con nanoplantas y después con plasma CO2-ZNO.
Okay. We have sprayed with nanoplants, and then we spray with CO2 and ZNO, the place where the rabbits are. Una pregunta, ¿los tubos tienen agua salada? ¿Lo pones con el agua salada o los lavas? Y le pones aminoácidos, obviamente.
Nosotros utilizamos el plasma con la solución salina y
Perfecto,
siempre el aminoácido.
correcto, así lo hago yo. It's very important to say that in the tubes, we, Johnny and me as well, and other knowledge seekers, use the GANs with the salt water of the reactor with the amino acids we put inside the tubes as well to connect. These are the teachings we have studied from Mr. Keshe. ¿Vale?
Lavamos el gas solo para algunas aplicaciones, pero muy pocas.
Perfecto. We wash the guns for some applications, but not so much. Some of them in specific cases. Bien.
Aquí, como toman el agua, y al principio han tomado, por ejemplo, 16 conejos, han tomado 20 litros de agua plasma
Por
en un
día.
día.
En un día. So 16 rabbits have a drink 20 liters of liquid plasma per day.
Eso al principio lo han hecho también las gallinas, pero después, ahora, por ejemplo, toman solo 10 litros.
The same has been for the chickens, but now they reduce the amount of liquid plasma to 16 liters. ¿Se van acostumbrando, decís tú?
Sí, ellos tenían agua antes,
Ah,
pero
toma menos.
sí, cuando han descubierto el agua plasma, han tomado de casi, podría decir que nunca han visto agua.
Okay, they reduce as they have been drinking liquid plasma, they reduce the amount of water with plasma comparison with the water they drink before that didn't have the liquid plasma. Mira qué lindo. Very
Y esos
nice.
son unos conejos que se han nacido en 4 de enero.
The babies in 4th of enero, January. Yeah.
Y son muy grandes para ese
Son
temporada.
grandes. They are a little big for their age. Mira qué lindo.
Esos
Beautiful.
fueron nacidos en diciembre, me parece que en 12 de diciembre.
12 of December. ¿Para qué los usan los conejos? No quiero ni saber. ¿Qué hacen con los
En-
conejitos?
especialmente el caca de los conejos
Ah,
hace mezcla para agricultura.
perfecto. Esa era la respuesta correcta. The disposal of the rabbits they use for agriculture. This is the main use of these rabbits.
Y también para personas que quieren crecer un conejo en su casa,
¿Hace como una mascota?
¿sí?
Okay. They use the poop of the rabbits. And the other uses if you want to have one of these for your own as a pet on your house for your family. Bueno.
Y Catherine tiene una relación especial con los conejos, le encantan de pequeño.
Catherine, the owner, has a special relation with these animals, little rabbits.
Y está creciendo conejos de 60 años.
No sé cuál es el promedio. ¿Sabes tú o lo busco? A ver, ¿quieres
No,
que lo busque? ¿No? Vamos a buscarlo. Promedio de edad de conejos.
no, lo digo que Catherine tiene
Pará,
65 años.
Acá tienen de 8 a 12.
Sí, Catalín tiene 60 años de cuando crecen conejos.
¿Y cómo hizo? ¿Le dio plasma hace mucho?
No, con plasma trabajamos con los conejos empezando con el mes de octubre.
¿Y por qué
Digo,
tiene un conejo de 60 años? ¿Cómo tiene un conejo de 60 si el promedio es 8 a
no,
12?
no, escucha.
Sí.
Catalín tiene 65 años
Ah.
y él crece conejos de 60 años. Él, porque empezó,
Desde los 60, está. Hace un
sí,
año.
los primeros conejos le tenía cuando él tenía 5 años. De entonces
Claro,
está creciendo conejos.
claro. He's been selling rabbits a long time ago.
Le
He's-
encantan los conejos.
He likes very much the rabbits. Ok, ahora entendí. ¿Qué más tienes por ahí? Tenemos
Pues,
que, tenemos que ir al hispano, acuérdate. Qué lindo
pues
está por ahí.
hay otros tipos de animalitos, pero de momento estamos trabajando con eso y una cerda.
Ajá. At the moment, we are working with all these we've shown, and we are working with a pig.
Y van a llegar más, pero de momento estamos hablando de eso.
And for the moment, we are only speaking about this. Okay. Bueno, gracias, John. Muy
Aquí
lindo.
es el aquaplasma que utilizamos nosotros en preparaciones de comida, aquaplasma que tomamos. Y son recipientes, uno de 20 litros, otro de 25. Y
We have,
aquí, adelante.
we have these two buckets of 20 liters and 25 liters, and we apply this to our food. ¿Comida tuya?
¿Sí?
Ok. ¿Y qué tenés? ¿Cobre ahí? ¿O CO2?
No, en el primero es CO2-eteno,
Okay.
70 y 30.
We have ZNO and zinc, 30 to 70%.
Y aquí es una mezcla de CO2 con los 4 sales, como es visto antes.
And here we have a mixture of CO2 and the 4 salts we've seen earlier.
Y lo que regalamos para el campo y los animalitos también estamos tomando nosotros.
And the same we are releasing to the little animals, we are having for us as well.
El gas está abajo y estamos tomando siempre de la mitad
Okay.
arriba.
The guns are at the bottom, and we are always taking from the half bottle to the top, half of the jar, every day.
¿Sí? Y no hay una receta porque en la función de cómo sentimos, cada uno coge de aquí una copa y toma cuánto necesita.
Okay. We don't have a receipt. We take what the intention of every person is, of what he needs. Perfecto.
Con
Opa,
eso preparamos comida, nosotros preparamos también comida sin fuego.
así. We prepare food without fire.
Que estamos utilizando, claro, huevos
Uh-huh.
felices
We
y
are
queso
we are using happy eggs here. ¿Qué más?
y legumbres, frutas, verduras y preparando sin fuego.
Okay. And we use fruits and vegetables and prepare everything without fire. O sea, crudo, ¿no?
Sí, aquí por
Or
ejemplo es
so
un
raw,
postre.
everything is raw. Here we have a, see,
Aquí es un postre que está hecho con trigo camut, el más viejo del mundo,
camut.
y sí, o corazán.
¿Ok?
Es un tipo de trigo que se ha descubierto en las pirámides. Y también
Here we have a dessert with espera un poquito. With wheat, yes. Kamut is the type of wheat which have been discovered in the pyramids.
hemos
Okay.
hablado de eso en Plasma Reactor Group, así que Rick y Mark lo saben.
Rick and Mark knows about this because in the plasma reactor group we have presented this. ¿Dónde se produce ese trigo? ¿Lo hacen ustedes?
En la finca donde se trabaja con plasma 300 de hectáreas, una parte, unos 10 hectáreas, se cultivan ese tipo de trigo.
Okay, we produce this in 10 hectares of the place where we have. ¿Cuántas hectáreas tenés? 300.
Sí.
We have 300 hectares, and we produce 10 of these with this wheat. ¿La semilla de dónde trajiste? Ah.
Las semillas llegaron de Israel.
Oh. From Israel, we have the seeds of this imported. Muy bien.
Tenemos que dar gracias a Laurencio y Mijaela que están trabajando con los 300 hectáreas.
¿Micaela y quién?
Laurencio.
Laurentius and Micaela, we have to say thank you because they are working these 300 acres.
Ellos me regalan el aceite de cáñamo, de girasol, de otros tipos de semillas que están hechos en frío y no utilizan nada de químicos, solo plasma.
Okay, they sent to Gianni the oil and then sunflowers and other seeds they produced in cold, and they use the plasma for production.
Es maravilloso y no hay comparación.
It's very impressive, marvelous, and with no comparison.
Otro tipo de comida que está hecho en frío con vegetales, aceite, semillas.
Other type of food which are made with vegetables, seeds, and oils.
Y aquí tengo dar gracias a la dieta que siempre está creando cosas maravillosas.
Señora,
sí.
Gianni's wife, Geta, is preparing very, very nice production with these elements. The art of art.
Pero hay un problema, son tan buenos que no te puedes parar.
The problems are they are so good that you can't stop. That's why Gianni is 5 kilos more.
Ok, aquí también con los aceites que me regalan de la finca plasmática, los productos de la abeja, las ceras y todo eso, hemos hecho cremas para la piel.
These are the elements they produced, oils and others, and we prepare some, ¿qué dijiste? Cremas. Some creams with them and other elements. Crema, all
Esos son para la piel.
Okay, these are for the skin.
Sí, y están hechos con varias plasmas y varias plantas tipos de plantas y varias combinaciones de plasma.
These are made with a different combination of plasmas and several type of plants, as you see. Aloe vera,
Sí,
propóleo,
aloe vera, lavanda,
lavanda.
cúnepa,
Okay.
algas marinas. También aquí Catalín me regaló la cera de
Lavenders.
abejas,
Mhm.
sí, la cera de abejas, propolis.
Okay.
Y el aceite que utilizamos es aceite de girasol hecho en frío y aceite de cannabis hecho en frío.
Okay. We have prepared this with the different type of oils of sunflower and cannabis, and plants of lavenders, seaweed, and propolis,
Algas, sí.
algae. Okay.
Y hemos tenido
Beeswax
resultados.
as well. Cera de abeja, dijiste.
Sí, sí, sí.
Beeswax. Wax. Okay.
Y en otro momento vamos a compartir también testimoniales con lo que han utilizado ese tipo de crema plasmática y es absolutamente increíble.
We are going to show the testimonials of where do we apply this, and it's incredible. Buenísimo.
También con los mismos productos plasmáticos, preparando los jabones,
With the
varios
same
tipos.
plasmatic products, we produce the soaps.
Varias formas, utilizando los mismos productos y son maravillosos porque no necesitas más. Te limpias y después con el agua puedes regar las plantas sin ningún problema.
Okay,
No hay nada tóxico.
we have different forms of and shapes of these soaps, and non-toxic, with nothing toxic in them.
I thought they were edible. It looked like something to eat.
If you're hungry.
Pues todo el agua que utilizamos para limpiar la ropa y todo eso, después con ese agua estamos rociando las plantas.
Okay. The water to clean the soap from our bodies and clothes, then they use them to spray to the flowers and plants. You can see the spiral of the plasma there. ¿No? El espiral del plasma.
Sí, sí.
Yeah.
Para la lavadora hemos hecho un tipo de detergente líquido que la base tiene nanomateriales de plantas y GANs, plasma.
Okay. We have made a special soap for the wash machine, with nanoplants and plasma.
Y como hemos dicho, estamos utilizando el plasma en todos los aspectos de la vida.
Have we shown and said, we are using the plasma in every way in all of our lives.
Por eso damos gracias al señor Keshe para regalar esa tecnología para la raza humana.
So we have to say thank you to Mr. Keshe that is delivering this plasma science to humanity.
Gracias, gracias Rick, gracias Mark, gracias Santi, gracias a todos los buscadores del conocimiento.
Thank you, Rick. Thank you, Mark. And he's saying thank you to me because I have try to help in the translation. And thank you to every knowledge seeker present here and all the people that integrate the Keshe Foundation group. Thank you.
Y gracias a Horacio, Adriana, Stefan, que con toda la familia está participando en ese regalo.
Okay. And thank you for Horacio and Adriana and the family, which are participating in this beautiful gift of the dome.
Y por no olvidarme, gracias a todas las almas que están implicadas en compartir ese conocimiento con todo el mundo.
And to all the souls that are participating in this transmission of this knowledge.
Y como
Especially,
deseo de nuestro equipo es que la esencia, el conocimiento, el comprendimiento del creador se manifieste en alma de todas las seres de ese planeta.
And it's a wish that the essence of the creator manifests itself in all the souls in this planet. Gracias, Gianni. Thank you, Gianni.
Thank you, thank we.
Thank we. Okay, you can go on, Rick.
Wow, what a fantastic show. Thank you so much. You do some great work there, Gianni and team. And we really appreciate you coming on to the testimonials show here to show and tell what you've done. This is a beautiful example of how to make use of various aspects of the plasma technology. Very, very good. Thank you so much, Gianni.
Thank you, Gianni. Gracias.
And thank you, Santi, for the clear translation as well. That was very nice.
I do what I can.
También tenemos compañeros del grupo hispano que han logrado cosas maravillosas y si quiere compartirlo, por favor.
We have our knowledge seekers from the Spanish group that have been working and have to show a lot of things as well. If somebody wants to share. ¿A quién te refieres, Gianni?
A quien quiere, porque están muchos aquí del grupo hispano.
To anyone that wants to share here, if they want. I'm going to say something that I'm working on. So I'm going to present some testimonials, but 1 or 2 months from here, because I'm working on it. I'm doing my papers and research, and then I'm going to present them. I have to translate it to English because I'm making it in my language, in Spanish. And it's very interesting and very important to our lives. So I'm going to present them around 1 month from now, or 2, I don't know, because I'm working very hard on this. We have shown them in the Spanish workshops, but I have to put it in paper. So in 1 or 2 months, maybe I have them to present to you. You are invited as well to the Spanish team. Bueno, acá los del grupo hispano, si alguien quiere presentar algo de testimonios, lo pueden hacer.
Okay, well, we do have the next testimonials meeting will be on March 11th, Monday, March 11th. And also, you have the Keshe Plasma Reactor Group is always welcoming such work as well if you want to show something there. So thank you.
I'm going to prepare because it's our our essence and duty to share this. But we have been working last year a lot, so I didn't have time. But now I have time because I'm retired, and so I finished my work as an engineer. But now I'm starting and continuing my scientific work in plasma science.
Oh, that's great. Good opportunity. Good for you.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Rick and Mark and everybody here. It's a wonderful team, the Knowledge Seeker Workshop of the Keshe Foundation. And thank you to Mr. Keshe. The workshops he is showing to us are very, very important for the transcendence of our soul in this time of the civilization of the world. Thank you.
Well, excellent. Yes, indeed. Any questions before we move along here? All right, well, I think we probably should wrap things up here soon, but is there anybody else that has something they would like to present? We do have a video that was suggested by Mark. Perhaps I'll play that now. It's a very it's a somewhat personal video, but it's also a personal testimonial at the same time. So I think sharing personal details in a way is a good idea for this particular video, which is has to do with our friend Diane, who is part of the Universal Council members, and she's had a stroke and was in the hospital. I'm not sure her condition right at the moment, but we'll play the video and give additional information on that. And if there's anybody else that has something to share after this video, which is, I think it's 10 or 12 minutes long, then they can share at that point. Okay. Okay, here we go.
I know we've been asking about Diane, and of course, Diane did have a stroke in the recent period, and we've all been giving our energies and supporting her. The hospital is amazed at the progress, although she's not able to speak at the moment, and we know this happens with many strokes. Sometimes you could have a palsy, but many times these conditions within a few months, or you can't use an arm or a leg. These things, somehow the body has a way of processing them and they come back. So I would ask Ray, who's here as Melissa, not that he's a cross-dresser or anything like that, but he may want to give us an update on Diane's progress. And again, it's not a miracle that it's happening. We're actually adding our energies to increase her wellness, and we're not taking all the credit. I'm sure she's a real fighter, as I understand it, and she wants to be out of the hospital. She wants to be better. She wants to come back and join us, but it's going to take some work, as Ray was saying. And Ray, if you'd like to share, I think it would be a beautiful testimony for the others to hear, as we've all been praying and elevating Diane and the family around Diane that's supporting her.
Okay, yeah, I'm not much of a public speaker, but
I'm not either. So just take your time. It'll come naturally, and just speak from your heart and your soul and deliver whatever you'd like to. It'll be an enhancement for the others, I'm sure. Thank you, Ray.
All right. Diane can speak. She just has a little bit of trouble getting words out. So she's doing remarkably well. They wrote her off day 3, took her off life support, gave us all the information that it will let her go. If she dies, it'll be a natural death.
Ray, you said the hospital wrote her off on day 3?
Yeah, she was in pretty bad shape, and she's walking, she's standing, she's got strength back in her arm, her face came back, everything. She's so stubborn that she wants to come home, and we know she'll do much better from home, but she has another week or 2 at least before we can help her at home. There's 4 of us total that can help her right here at home, and we want her home because she can do so much better. She told me a few months ago, I don't want to die yet. And she wasn't in bad shape. She just said, I'm not ready to die. I got so much to accomplish, meaning Keshe Foundation. She spends 10 hours a day, every day, listening to it. I listen Sunday, Tuesday, occasionally Tuesday night, I tune in to Rick. Thursday, Knowledge Seekers. We both listen to it at our own homes, and what you guys have done to help, it's there. I can feel it myself. Mark, Alex, Rick, Marie, Jalal, all of you, Randy, Ed, we record anything that she can't hear, we can pick up, we can record it, take it to her, or download it. I'm not too up on all this technology, but it's the support of Mr. Keshe, especially, like, without him, none of us would be here. So I want to thank everybody, and just keep doing what you're doing. Tell her to be a little more patient with the hospital, because she fights. I can't even go in. She sees me, she stands up, she wants to come home because I'm the driver. So she knows.
Wow. That's amazing.
It's good to see. It's everybody is shocked, all of us, how fast she's come back, but she's got to do a little bit of physio at the hospital, and then the rest we'll do from home, and we'll try to keep her there as long as she will stay. But
is she able to eat meals yet, Ray?
They serve her. They put it in front, the tray in front of her. She sits there, and it's mostly soft foods that she's eating. They about week in middle of week 2, they were watching her swallow everything, making sure she could swallow properly. But yeah, she just ripped off her IV and all that stuff that she wanted to come home. They had to tie her down to the bed.
Oh dear.
It's a good thing in
Oh
a
my
way.
gosh. Oh my gosh. Wow, she sounds
But
powerful.
oh, very determined woman. and independent. She likes to do things herself.
And we thank the hospital for all the care and that they've given her, even though I think this could be maybe it's to show some of the hospital doctors and nurses and staff. I'm sure they're talking about it and wondering how this is all happening because their diagnosis was totally 180 degrees from what's happening. And so
I'm sure
Go ahead.
are. They are. They're scratching their head.
And I hope we find her perhaps a slot in the Ubiso's system as she comes home, and we can find a way to get her into the system and finish or speed up the total recovery. This is a beautiful testimonial, right?
Well, that's exactly what she wants. She wants to, she keeps looking at what we can afford to get her into. We've got all the headsets, everything for any of the.
Yeah.
We couldn't afford to go to Lynn's, but there's a lot cheaper ways now to get in on this. So I know we're progressing fast, so that's a good thing, and we'll get her in as quick as we can.
Well, I know there's a number of Ubiso's units around, I think, in your area and in the United States. And I'd certainly be willing, and maybe others would be willing to contribute to this process. So no problem at all. But her soul seems to be doing quite a fine job at this point. Yes.
Yeah, we're pretty close in to Rick. Like Rick's on Vancouver Island. We're in the Okanagan Valley, so in proximity to Rick is the closest. Randy's in Alberta, so.
Excellent. I just want to read what I just put into the chat for you, Ray. I give from my soul to the soul of Diane to take what she needs to recover and come and join us here at the Keshe Foundation. Thank you, Ike.
Thank you. She has a pain pad that the neck brace one. We're having a hard time finding it. She really wants one. I don't know how to get the money to the Keshe Foundation to purchase another one. I'd like to get one for her, and I know she has a real difficulty getting the money to purchase anything. We bought the pain pens and quite a few things, but to get it through is quite a process. Hopefully this week she can show me on the laptop. If we can take it there, she can probably show me how to order things. So
excellent.
We're sort of at a loss right now to try and do any of that kind of stuff, but
we'll network with your family, with Diane.
Excellent.
And provide
that's what we want.
Needed. Yes.
Perfect. We know what's going on here is definitely helping her. It's a good influence. So I encourage everybody to keep doing what they're doing and help her come home as soon as possible.
We all agree. And we
Thanks,
all pray
Mark.
for her. Thank you, Ray, for sharing that beautiful testimony. I'm sure we'll bring this into the testimonials meeting, which is, of course, the Monday, the next Monday coming up, I believe. So we'll bring your testimony and share it with the world.
Right on. Thanks.
Thank you. Anyone want to make any comments about these energies within ourselves that can do quite some fantastic things, not only reaching ourselves for wellness, but perhaps reaching others if they would like it. And it certainly sounds like Diane wants it. Claudia has put in the praying hands and a couple of stars and things. Anyone would like to say anything about what's happening here? We thank you all for contributing at the soul level, and this is the way we create certain things with our energies, and they appear and manifest in the matter state. This is how we're creating the dome of peace and bringing peace to this planet, not only through our energies, but also through the physicality by releasing the GANS waters. So it's all having a profound effect, and we'll see if we can coordinate that, perhaps through some of the other knowledge seekers. As you said, there are a number of them in your area, and I think Mr. Keshe is well aware of the situation. I forwarded one of the statements from, I think it was Melissa, and I forwarded that to Mr. Keshe. So he's been briefed on it in a way. And he can probably feel it directly through his soul. So we thank everyone who's contributed to this process.
Okay, that's the end of that video. Thank you, Mark, for putting that together. It was very, very well managed by you, and it's just a beautiful testimonial. I'm wondering if there's any updates on the condition. Hello?
Whoops.
Oh, Oscar. Sorry, I have to mute you there.
Yes, more improvement was reported yesterday, so she should be coming home in the next few days, hopefully. And she's doing quite well, amazingly well, as was stated there, and continues to improve. And I think she's going to take a trip back to the hospital and actually have a sit down with the staff that wanted to unplug her, let's say. And it may be, again, an opening to express more about the wellness system. Again, you are the system. And this is the way we're working as we start to understand more through our own energies. We're huge field generators, and this is something we've denied. Yes, you can feel when you get angry or happy or something else, but giving energies and transferring energies and all of these sorts of things, creating the dome of peace and wellness for other people, are certainly possibilities. And I think this is just one simple but profound demonstration of it. They were ready to really unhook her. I didn't even know. And she must have had some sort of premonition, because he said, and I clarified that yesterday, I think it was a month before or something, where she said, I'm not ready to die. And she was in good health at that time. There was no problem or no signs of any problem that I'm aware of or that was communicated. But
She said
the soul knew.
She said she had work to do, right? She wasn't ready to die. She had a lot of work to do.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yep.
Power to her.
And and we see the healthcare system going this way. I think Canada is probably leading the world in those kind of efforts, where I guess if you have an ingrown toenail, you'll qualify for doing yourself in or something, because you can't handle the ingrown toenail. But overall, I believe that this is going to be a beautiful testimony for the hospital. They may reject it at this point, but on the other hand, they may see some of these things start to happen, or even to treat people remotely. And this is what's going to happen. Maybe they'll dedicate a part of the hospital, or other hospitals will hear about it, that they can actually reach people. And perhaps, as I said, Mr. Keshe was briefed on this, so he may have somehow done something with the wellness system that allowed her soul to recover. But I think she must have been either sedated or comatose initially, where she was just laying in the bed, but her ears were working. And when she heard they wanted to remove the life support system, the soul went into action. As you say, Rick, we see these terrible car accidents and other things where you wonder how people survived it, but there is an explanation. And we know the soul can retract the physicality because it wasn't time for that entity to move on. There was still more work to do. So I believe we'll be hearing from Diane. She'll probably show up in the meetings within a week or two, may not be able to speak, but hopefully she'll get that recovered as well. She's got to go through some therapy, but we'll continue the process. But it's working in a very beautiful way. And I think it's a testimony to all of our energies collectively, what can be done to bring changes. So I just thought we'd share that as one of the perhaps testimonials today. And thank you, Rick, for bringing that up.
Yes, it was beautiful. Thank you, Mark, for your work in that circumstance and on the movie as well.
Right. And what did I name that movie? The collective work, the
collective work of the souls.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a very interesting name in itself. Yes.
So thank you all for your contributions in that area, and we continue to create the Dome of Peace in the same manner with the Gans waters. Yes, something for the physicality to do, but also through our field generators, our senders, the energies within us. We have much more energy than we've ever acknowledged, and we're just starting. Even the Universal Council is learning to work on this channel in a way. So it's a testimony for us as well. And we're not taking any credit. It's the work of the souls. It isn't anything I did in particular or anyone else did in particular, but the souls are quite aware. Nothing is hidden from the souls, even though they may not always share everything with us. But we'll hear from her, I'm pretty sure, in the upcoming period, and we'll let her tell her own experience. So this will be one of the testimonies, I'm sure, that will come into this testimonial group again more extensively and directly from the person who experienced it.
Well, we look forward to that. All right. Is there anybody else who would like to...
Hello, Rick.
Hi, Elizabeth. Go ahead.
Hi, back again. You remember that last month I told to you about the many fruits is brought in my refrigerator, and about the avocado. You remember? Maybe I sent to you the pictures and at the Telegram for that avocado tree.
Okay, I'll get that up. Yep. Just hang on a second here.
Yeah.
And there we go.
Yeah. You see, it's little because I put it in a little container at the balcony, and my brother maybe plant in the farm, but it's beautiful. Yes, it's little brought my refrigerator inside it. But in my refrigerator have little tube, lab tube with the copper one. Maybe it's that for that reason, no? Only this. Thank you. You have two because the other you see completely the seed. Yes, do you see? It's avocado maybe, and I don't know how much time need for produce avocado, and when they produce, I give you the pictures. Thank you.
Okay, may you have some avocados by the time of the next testimonials meeting, perhaps. I don't know if they grow that fast, but perhaps.
For me, is different because the fruit is in the at the refrigerator before, only for that. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Elizabeth. Anybody else have something they'd like to bring forward? Well, I'd like to remind people about the transmutation sessions that are ongoing every third Friday of the month, and this Friday coming up is the third Friday of the month. I believe it's the 16th. Just double check that. Friday the 16th coming up will be the third Friday, so therefore it'll be the transmutation session. And that'll be the same next month and the month after, right through to June. Each month it'll be the third Friday of the month. That's 300 euros per session, or there at least was a bundle available. I don't know if that's still available because it won't be 6 sessions. And you can find out more about that and book at the Keshe Foundation store. Alrighty, I think we'd better wrap things up here. There's no further comments. Alrighty, well, thank you everybody for being here today for the 87th public meeting for testimonials. Lots of great testimonials. Always interesting to see what comes up in these public meetings, and we never really know until we get into it. And thank you all for your contributions and for contributing your ears to listening to what people have to share. And as I mentioned, we look forward to next month's 88th public meeting for testimonials, which will be on the 11th of March. And so keep in mind what you might run across over the next month or so, which could be a good thing to show in the next testimonials meeting. There's always, if you're at all involved with the plasma technology, there's always little miracles and things that come to your attention, and sometimes we forget about them, but if we notate them and get them into the testimonials meeting, then others can benefit from your sharing. And you benefit by helping pay back for receiving the knowledge as well. All right. Thanks, everyone. And we'll see you in the next public teaching workshop, which is the One Planet, One Nation, One Race for World Peace and Justice. And that's tomorrow, Tuesday, February 13th. And that starts at the 4 p.m. Central European Time with members of the Universal Council. Okay, and we look forward to that. Okay, we'll go out now with the Flight Enhancement Spaceship Unit music version. And once again, thanks everyone for being here.